Okay. Hello, my name is Abby. Hello. My name's Abby. Um, so, what counts as art, and who gets to decide when it crosses into something that should be censored? Today, I will discuss whether offensive art should be censored and persuade you that it should not be restricted, even when it challenges or discomforts us. I conducted a survey to understand how people view offensive art and censorship, and I researched scholarly and legal perspectives on the topic. My goal is to present a fair argument that respects both artistic freedom and audience concerns. To define what counts as art and what is considered offensive is highly subjective. There is no universal definition of art. One survey respondent asked, "What is considered offensive?" Another key question raised was, what even counts as art to begin with? What is offensive varies across individuals and cultures. A piece of art that offends one person may inspire another. Cultural norms and personal values shape interpretation. Historical examples show shifting standards. For example, Michelangelo's David was once recognized for its controversy for its nudity. However, today it is regarded as a masterpiece. Because definitions of art and offensive art are subjective, public opinion becomes an important factor to consider. Public opinion shows that most people engage with offensive art and do not strongly support censorship. Survey results show widespread engagement with controversial art. 60% occasionally engage with offensive art, 28% frequently engage with, and the other 20 rarely do. Most participants do not support censorship. 40% strongly disagree with the censorship of offensive art, and 20% only disagree that it should be censored, but 20% remains neutral. Open-ended response emphasizes personal responsibility. One response stated, "If you don't like it, you can look the other way." Another said, "It's the viewer's responsibility to decide to engage or not." Views on artistic responsibility remain limited. 80% believe artists have a small responsibility to consider audience impact, while 20% believe artists have no responsibility at all. Censorship of offensive art limits expression and can prevent important conversations. Scholars warn that censorship can suppress creativity. According to researcher Cecilia Shahom, in The Fear of Art, How Censorship Becomes Iconoclasm, censorship can lead to the destruction of silencing of meaningful art. This suppression limits cultural and intellectual growth. Legal perspectives show increasing concerns about censorship. As explained in Esther Neville's article, Creativity Under Constraint, censorship of art is on the up. Restrictions on art are becoming more common. These restrictions can discourage artists from addressing controversial but important topics. Allowing offensive art supports freedom of expression. Art can challenge people to think critically about society. Instead of censorship, individuals can choose whether or not to engage. With these ideas in mind, we can better understand why censorship is not the solution. In conclusion, the question is not just whether art is offensive, but whether we should allow others to decide what we are allowed to see. Today, I showed that defining art and offense is subjective, that most people do not support censorship, and that censorship limits expression and important conversations. I hope you are persuaded that offensive art should not be censored. The next time you encounter art that challenges you, ask yourself, is it something that should be silenced or something that might expand your perspective? Thank you.